and wax, and well, then they build it out like this.
Okay.
And then the cells, they could put either nectar in it, it becomes honey, or pollen. That's pollen, the dark bit here, bee pollen.
Yeah.
That's the protein. These ones are still active, but they will be more active than that. And especially, this is the flying pad for this one. So we're standing in front of the flying pad, and that's something they don't like.
Yeah.
What you want to have, if you want a calm bee, or a bee that produces a lot of honey for you.
That's what you're doing here.
Okay, I'm starting the fire for the smoker.
Yeah.
And it does two things. It calms the bees down, and also when the bees, the way they communicate with each other is through pheromones, so it masks the pheromones as well. So it's easier to work with. So every time before you open a hive, or when you want to work with them, if you give them a couple of puffs, it's easier to work with. Let it smoke for a bit. And let's put this to the side. Some gloves for you.
Okay. Is the gloves to stop getting stung?
It won't stop you fully, but it stops a little bit, yes.
You're making a skin now.
No, the sting will come out. With this one, because our skin is elastic.
Yeah.
Same way with animal skin and human skin, it will stay in.
Yeah.
When it stings you, because some part of her body stays in actually once it flies off, yeah, and it keeps pumping, yeah, the poison in you. But if you're wearing these gloves, it goes in and out, so you might get stung for a little bit, but won't feel it as much. Last time I came here with somebody else, he was taller than me, so I ended up wearing the shorter suit.
Yeah.
And he was wearing the long suit. And then the short suit came up to here to me, yeah? Yeah. So I put my socks over it. And I got stung by my sock. But now, should be okay. Suit is everywhere. I started here, having bees here around 2023, July. That's when I bought my first nukes. Nukes is like a small hive, a starter hive.
Okay.
But I've done a course, beekeeping course in 2002, I think.
Yeah.
2001, 2002.
And you've not done something since then? Just follow the open.
When I've done the course, the year after, I helped a beekeeper out for a season. But because I was living in a flat, I didn't really bother buying bees.
Yeah.
But he had 80 hives, so I kind of was helping him.
Yeah.
What I want to do first of all is these ones here. When I bought the bees, I bought them in these travel boxes.
Yeah.
So every time when I wanted to do a split, like, you know, going from one hive to two hives,
Yeah.
I put them in here for a little bit, and then I change them into a bigger hive.
Okay.
So I did this last week, I think it was Thursday.
So where did you buy them from?
The bees?
Yeah.
Oh no, I bought the first 5, not far from here, Filongni.
Okay.
And
who sell them? Like
other beekeepers. There's another beekeeper who sells them. And I started with 5, not these 5, but similar to these 5.
Yeah.
And now all these are, because of those 5, I split them in other hives, so they go bigger in number.
Yeah. Variants or?
Oh, there's different breeds. Same like animals with cows or dogs, different breeds. So it's depending on your preference, what you want to have. If you want a calm bee, or a bee that produces a lot of honey for you,
Yeah.
you can actually select for that.
So
And
what ones are these, and what are these specializing?
these are supposed to be calm
Yeah.
and also not swarm a lot. There's some of them have tendency to swarm quite a bit.
Yeah.
These still do swarm when it's busy, like in May time, but normally they won't. And it's depending on the queen that you have. So the queen I bought is 2 queens. I bought 2 different traits. One is a buckfast queen. It's known for UK to be one of the best queens. And then the other one is a carnelian, and that's from Slovenia
Okay.
originally, but also you can also breed them here now.
And what are the traits of these queens? Like, what's the difference between them?
They're both similar, but carnelian normally is a darker queen. The queen is darker, and the buckfast is more yellow. And
Do you get different types of honey from these queens? Or?
no, the honey all depends on the area where you are in. Okay, this is a frame. They're not the best frame available, but this is all capped honey.
Yeah.
This here. This is brood. That's the bee, what the bee will hatch from. The worker bee, the female bee.
So all these are going to be worker
Yeah,
bees?
worker bees. And here you can see some nectar glinstering there, so they will turn that into honey.
Okay. So just out of curiosity, the worker bees are male and female?
No, the worker bees are only females.
The only females?
Only females. They are called worker bee.
Okay. And what about male bees?
Male bees are called drones. And they're not around the whole year round. They're only around the mating season when a new queen. Normally the season is April till September.
Yep.
Then you'll see sometimes drones, because if there's a virgin queen, they're gonna mate with her. After that, the bees will even get rid of the drones, the males. They don't need them.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's fascinating. So can any of these normal bees become queens?
They can. These are male
Okay.
brood. So male will hatch from these ones.
Okay, so they look different, yeah?
Yeah, they're thicker.
Yeah.
They're coming out a bit more. They come out a bit more.
Is this frame damaged, or is that?
Yeah, they're all. These are damaged frames I got from the other hives.
Okay.
These are damaged ones I got from the other hives. Because I replaced. You're supposed to replace your frames as much as you can. So let's have a look at this one. This one is one with a queen, and these ones are just temporarily. I put them there because I will introduce a queen for them. They have no queen, but this is a working colony here. You can see more bees. It's almost full. See, they're not interested in me at the moment.
Yeah.
They're not flying into me. If I even give them a couple of puffs, they will go down. So then I use my hive tool. This is a new frame that I put in the other day.
Yeah.
They're building it out here at the moment. That's how the frame looked like before. And now they already made the cells and they put in nectar in it.
Okay. So what does a blank frame look like?
It looks like this.
Okay, it's just wired.
Yes.
Yeah.
And wax and well, then they built it out like this.
Okay.
And then the cells, they could put either nectar in it becomes honey, or pollen. That's pollen, the dark bit here, bee pollen.
Yeah.
That's a protein. Or sometimes, depending on, I'll show you, they lay eggs. The queen will lay eggs in there.
Okay.
So put this one to the side.
Is it just the queen that lays eggs, or?
Oh yeah, you asked me before if these can become queens.
Yeah.
No, it's only the queen that lays eggs. But if the queen anything happens to the queen dies, and there's no replacement, one of these workers will become a queen, but she only lays drones, males. So the colony will die because obviously you need female workers to collect everything for you.
So will the workers not work for the new queen, or?
Yeah, the workers will work for the new queen. And actually here, I'll show you the queen. Now we're talking about the queen. The queen is there.
So she's just a lot bigger.
Yes. And I know there's even if I didn't see her,
Yeah.
here you can see. You see any like a white moon shape? That's larvae in there. I don't know if you can see. I'll get maybe a better one. This new frame normally you can see better with. So yeah, the worker bee will kind of pretend to be a queen, will lay, but only will lay drones, so the colony will eventually die. There's a lot of pollen in here. Pollen. This is worker brood. There's some nectar there. There's a lot of nectar to be collected now, so they will utilize that. I'll try to find some eggs for you. But as a beekeeper, we tend to make sure there's always a queen. So if something happens to the queen, we'll introduce a new queen, or the eggs that's in there, they will turn that into a queen. Okay, this is how it looks like when you put the frame in.
Okay, so that's
okay.
Good.
And then obviously they build it out, and then they use it. So this was a new one.
So because you've got two different queens here, will one set of...
I only have one queen. I only have one queen. You can't have two queens.
Oh, okay, I thought you said there was two different types of queens.
Oh, two different types. Oh, over the whole yard. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So will one set of workers not just go work for the other queen, or is that...
No, these live in their own community.
Okay.
They don't really bother with the other ones. There are certain times of the year where you have a lack of nectar.
Yeah.
And they might invade this one if that is a weaker one, and they try to take the nectar away from them, the honey.
Okay, so each box is its own community.
It's its own community, it's its own colony. Okay. They know how to get in, how to get out. They communicate with each other. This is all nectar at the moment. I'll try actually to show you a mill, a drone. Here, this is the mill. That one has the big eyes and is a bit fatter.
Oh yeah.
See, it's a difference between his sister. There's a different size.
So when I was young, I remember really fat bees. Is that just a different type of bee, or?
I'm not sure because they're normally similar size. Maybe it's because of memory. Could be bumblebees. I don't know if you mean that.
Bumblebees. So is that a different type of bee?
Yeah, bumblebees is a different type of bee.
Okay.
We tend not to collect any honey from bumblebees. I don't know anyone who keeps bumblebees for honey.
Okay.
I know sometimes they keep them for pollination.
Okay.
You know, like in the greenhouses.
Yeah.
Like tomatoes, or if you want to pollinate your tomato crops.
Yeah.
Bumblebees are better in that sense.
So how many different types of bees are there?
I don't know, a couple of hundreds. Yeah, hundreds, yeah, maybe thousands.
Okay.
This is a thing called Europis mellifera. I don't know the Latin name for it, but this is like a European version of the bees. Okay. And this is the one that normally people now tend to have, yeah, to produce honey.
So do the different continents have different types of bees as well?
Yes, they do. I know, for example, in Africa, we tend to have a different type of bee that's a bit smaller, tend to be more aggressive. I don't want to say aggressive, more protective.
Yeah.
Protect, has more enemies than they have over here.
Yeah.
So that they have to be more aggressive in that sense. So they will follow you for a distance. If you finish with them, with the hive, and you want to go away, they will follow you for a bit.
Yeah.
These ones normally 10, 20 yards, they don't really bother with you. They leave you to be.
So other beekeepers like that, do they keep bees from like different countries or regions and stuff like that? Or is that not well known?
And normally people buy these kind of bees. These are the ones at the moment, even they're exported to all over the world. They produce more honey, they're calm to work with, and they're just easier for you. And there's actually a man, scientist in Brazil, who decided to bring an African bee to Brazil.
Yeah. And
it took over because they hatched a day earlier than the bees over there. So because the queen hatches a day early, but then the other queen, she would kill the other queen, and she will be the only one making new brood. So the hive will become Africanized.
Yeah.
And that's what the killer bee came from.
Okay.
That went all the way to Texas, America, and tend to kill 1 or 2 people a year or something like that. Yes, it started from that, from his experiment. So yes, sometimes you should know what you're doing. Yeah. Okay, so we'll move to those other ones there. I have honey boxes on them, so we can see if they're putting any nectar in it.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's different types of boxes.
Oh yes. This is a poly hive. This one is ready-made. You just buy it like that.
Yeah.
And
what's that used for, primarily?
It's lighter.
Yeah.
That's benefit from it. The wooden box could be quite heavy. So a lot of beekeepers are in the 60s, 70s, and it's easier to lift. And supposed to be in better insulation during the winter.
Yeah.
So
during the winter, do they still work, or do they hibernate?
No, they don't hibernate. They form a ball, and they flap their wings to create heat. So you'll have in a ball shape, then you have the outside bees creating the heat, and then they will move inside, and you have the inside bees moving to the outside and rotation that way. Okay. And so they're awake, but they keep themselves alive, keeping warm, and they can't go out because it's too cold. Plus, there's nothing to collect. There's no nectar, no flowers to get any honey from. So that's why actually they make the honey surplus for themselves. And as a beekeeper, if you leave the honey for them, they should be okay. But if you use the honey, you have to replace it with something. So in the winter, normally we do feed them over here. Sugar syrup. So you look at it from October to April, there's nothing to be collected. That's 6-7 months. And so during the year, like November, December time, you feed them. Maybe January again, if you need it, you feed them a little bit, and hopefully they will come out of the winter into the spring. Like they will lose some numbers, but hopefully the queen and some workers will be alive to begin next year again.
So do some die out in the winter?
All the bees have a time limit,
like a
lifespan. So you have now in the summer when the bees are busy collecting, they might live for 4 to 6 weeks and die off. But coming the winter, because they're not doing much, they're already just inside the hive, they might live up to 6 months, 7 months, but then they will still die. The queen could live up to 5 years. As a beekeeper, normally you tend to have them for 2 years maximum, and then replace them with a new queen, because the queen only gets mated once in her lifetime when she's virgin, and then she will start laying less eggs maybe towards the 3rd and 4th year. So just to keep it fresh, we rotate them. And so when the bee hatches, they have different stages. So within the first week or so, she may be just cleaning the inside of the hive, the cells, feeding the babies. And then afterwards, after a week or so, she might go and do some gardening work, stand outside to guard. Then she might go for a orientation flight, orientate herself, go fetch water, and then at the end she will go and fetch nectar and pollen. And it's the same bee, but because of her age, she has different responsibility.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how the cycle is for the bee. We'll go to that one. At the moment, it's almost 7 o'clock, 6:30 in the evening. Most bees have retired. They went back to the hive. If you came here, weather was nice today. If you came here around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, there would be more bees buzzing about.
And it'll be like quite active.
Yeah, like you can see, this one is still active.
Yeah.
Yes. These ones are still active, but they will be more active than that. And especially, this is the flying pad for this one. So we're standing in front of the flying pad, and that's something they don't like. But now it's easy to work with. I've added a box on this one.
So do you learn a lot of things obviously along the way?
Yes. You tend to make mistakes all the time, so you have to learn from your mistakes. And there's always YouTube and internet to find information.
Yeah.
People tend to tell each other, or what they've learned or what the mistakes they made prior.
Yeah.
But then again, still you have to make your own mistakes and keep notes. Whatever you do, keep notes, and then you'll know for next time what to change. This is a wooden hive. This is 2 floors. This floor we call the brood box. That's normally where the queen will reside and have the babies, put the eggs in there. And then this one is supposed to be only for honey. The way to make sure that they don't mix up is to put a queen excluder. I haven't had that going, so I put it once and didn't like it, so I do have sometimes brood in here, but most of the times I don't.
So I can obviously hear and see a lot more bees here. What's the reason for that?
They're just a year older than the other ones. These are those ones I will just show you first. I put them in there. The first 2 ones was last week. The one with the polyhive was like a month ago.
Okay.
This is from last year. And I've taken even some bees, some frames from it to form some other hives. But this one, I like this one because it produces well. So I try to use her DNA as much as I can. Okay, you can see this is where they make the honey. That's a drone, that's a male. A male doesn't have a stinger, by the way. Male cannot sting you. 2 males. Yeah, 2 males. They can't sting. If they could sting, they could have stinged the queen when they go in a mating flight.
Okay.
So they can't sting. Normally they tell us if we want to practice on the bees, practice on the drones, because they won't sting you. This is all nectar here, and this is capped honey.
Okay.
That's capped honey. Obviously, this one, when I was pulling it out, I took some of the capping off, and they eating that.
Is that a bad thing to do? Or
No, that's not bad matter. They will put new wax on it. They will cap it soon. This is they just start to cap it over there in the middle. So maybe in 2 weeks' time, this will be ready to be harvested.
Okay.
Always make sure the queen is not with them when you put it away. I want to make space for myself, so I put that one to the side. But before you do that, make sure the queen is not with them. You don't want to lose the queen.
Is that the queen there?
No, that's a males.
Okay.
There's a males. But she did lay in here. I can see some eggs in there. They're going about to do the job. They're not really bothered with me. I have to work slowly though. I can't really drop the frame into the hive, make some, you know, sudden movements. If I work slowly, it should be okay. Yeah, like now, you can see all brood in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not meant to be because I didn't put any queen excluder. The queen came up and laid some eggs there. But when they hatch, they will just use that and fill up with nectar if there's any nectar
So is
to
that
be
one
collected.
that's hatching or?
No, they will change from egg to larvae stage, like now. There's some eggs maybe over there, there's larvae, and then they will become like this, like brood, and then they will hatch.
Yeah.
Eventually from here. One more.
Check every single one.
If you are suspecting something, you check every single one. I'm just doing it at the moment to show you, but don't see anything necessary to be checked. I can see some eggs, so I know the queen has been around for the last 2 days at least.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about her. Space-wise, another thing I could be worried about is space, because if she starts laying here at the top, that could mean that they'll have no space. But they haven't touched these ones necessarily. This one is just a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll work their way up.
Okay.
They'll all work their way up there, yeah. These are all unused at the moment. They'll use that one. Okay. I forgot to take one out. Let's make some space for that one to be put back. It's always advisable to put things back how they were.
Okay.
This is called the crown board. There's a top of the hive. When we need to feed them for some reason in the winter, I put a feeder here so they take the nectar. I took the sugar syrup down. And this is the roof, just to protect them from the weather.
Is there any reason why it's metal or?
If it rains, the wood doesn't get wet.
Okay.
Yeah. And I put these stones on just for protection, like in case an animal or dog something walks by and hits it. I don't want it to fall over.
Yeah.
This is another big hive. This is one of the originals from when I started. You can see all the bees up here.
Yeah.
The hive is full, and when it's full with this kind of weather, it also becomes warm. So they go outside and they fan, make the hive cooler. It's called bearding, by the way. Sometimes it's all the way to here, full of bees. Okay, so let's remove this one. You can see the full all over the place. So I might take some frames from this one to put in the other ones. So when they're full like that, it means they need space. Let me check if the queen is here. Normally she won't be here, but just in case.
Do these bees sense danger or anything like that, or is it just normal behavior?
When they're overpopulated, they tend to fly up more than usual. That's kind of normal behavior. Yeah, this again, this is the honey super. This is almost fully capped. Only just a little bit nectar there at the moment.
So you wait for all of it to get full before.
Yes, to extract, otherwise it gets spoiled. I can have maybe just a little bit still not done, but the majority should be done. For example, this side is not covered yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd wait for it.
Yes.
Both sides.
Wait for both sides to be done. And as you can see, this is all brambles, blackberries. So they'll be collecting pollen, nectar from them.
Yeah.
See, this is all full of nectar. It hasn't been capped yet, but it's full, so it's not far away. I've already taken one super from these. Yeah, again, full of nectar. So let's.
Will the queen move from box to box, or?
If there's if I didn't put any extractor, queen excluder,
Yeah.
then she'll be able to move up and down. So sometimes advisably to put a queen excluder here so the queen won't come up. So this, you can see they've put all nectar in here. Put this to the side. And this is supposed to be all full honey. I think maybe there's more capped honey in here. No. Nectar again.
So why is this one wet?
It's just nectar. It's like
nectar?
this. Yeah, it's just nectar.
Okay.
But like here at the bottom, the cells are bigger. So at a certain time they had drone brood. The male eggs were in there. So they tend to be bigger inside. They make the cells bigger for them.
It's like, is it dripping like?
Yeah, it's just fresh nectar. That's all this is, just fresh nectar. They will clean this up. All the dripping that you just see now, they will clean that up. They're already on it. And this one is capped.
Yeah.
Let's take them a bit further away. You can see this one is capped.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah. Just a little bit of remaining here. So this one has two honey supers, this one and that one. And then on the bottom here is where the queen lays eggs. This is the propolis I was talking about. They're stuck together. Yeah, it's difficult to open. Without a hive tool, you struggle.
Yeah. Is it something that you can see, or?
With these ones you can't really see. Other ones you may be able to see it, but here's a bit hot. Ooh. Things go fast here. Last week this wasn't even close. Okay, now I need the smoke back. Seems like they put honey in here as well. Okay, there's a little brood in here. Pollen, honey, capped honey, uncapped honey, nectar. This is side all honey. This is a mix of things. Brood here and nectar. They're all collecting nectar. There's a lot of nectar to be collected. Look, it's the middle full of nectar, green spring nectar. There's one hatching here. See that? Another one there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a better look at this one. I see nectar, I see eggs. Okay. I don't know if you can pick up the eggs. Looks like little rice. You see that?
What does it look like, sorry?
Rice.
Rice.
Yeah, just one small pieces of rice in this area. You just see little white dots in there. Do you see that? If you look inside, you see one little white dots.
Oh yeah.
Those are the eggs.
I don't like the camera picture. But
Okay. Yeah, but those are the eggs. So that tells me the queen is healthy, is working.
yeah.
When you asked me earlier if the other workers, if they lay eggs, yes, they tend to also lay sometimes 2 eggs in one cell or 3 eggs in one cell.
Yeah.
But over here is only 1 egg in one cell. So, but this hive needs splitting. I need to split it in 2 hives as soon as possible, otherwise they will swarm on me. They can't wait more. I'll look at this full hive because I want to see if there's any queen cells. Here you can see larvae here as well. This is capped.
Yeah.
But there's larvae in there. A sign to see if your hive is gonna swarm on you is to look for queen cells. A queen cell is like when the new queen is gonna hatch from. If they have queen cells, that means they will be swarming on you soon.
So, if you see a queen cell, what do you do?
Okay. Normally, you don't know how old that queen cell is. You have no idea when the queen is gonna hatch. So, as a beekeeper, you open that queen cell. You kill her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, from then onwards, you count because within 13 days or so, they will make a new one. And in the meantime, you can prepare the other hive to split the queen the hive in 2.
Is it a natural process, the queen cell, or is it something that they chose to do?
Now, when the weather's nice and there's a lot of things to be collected, the queen tend to lay more eggs.
Yeah.
And the more eggs she lays, the more workers she will create. And in no time, whatever they're using, if they're using a tree or a hive that the beekeeper gave them, would be too small for them, and then they have to split into 2 or more. Sometimes a queen will go with half of your bees, a new queen will hatch, and then it's going to be even full then. Yeah. So she might go, and then sometimes you could have 3 or 4 swarms.
What happens in that case?
You could have 50,000 bees in one hive, thinking that's a good hive for you to produce honey from. And if you were away for 2 weeks and didn't pay attention to it, you could end up with 10,000 hives, 10,000 bees. Obviously, that number has dwindled. They're swarmed a couple of times on you.
So they kill each other, or
no?
They just leave.
They just leave to find another place somewhere else to live. Okay, this is a full brood. Nectar on the honey on the side, and the rest of the brood. And here again, a full brood. Okay, there's some things I want to show you here. This is called a play cup.
Yeah.
A queen could lay, there could be, but this empty. They could put a queen here, but maybe this one is charged. No, again, nothing in here. That's a start of a queen cell sometimes. A charged queen cell is like, you know, when they put actually, there's a larvae in there eating royal queen jelly. It's been stuck to the wall.
That's not a queen, is it?
Yes, that's the queen.
There's the queen.
Hold on, yeah. That's the queen. Okay. You stop filming for a bit, yes? Gray, sometimes gray than the other ones. Those are the ones that just recently hatched, that haven't been really outside. They're duller in color.
Okay.
They're called nursing bees. If you want to have bees that look after the eggs for the larvae for you, you need nursing bees. Okay, I haven't checked these ones yet. I'm not gonna check. I'm checking them now just for that queens I was talking about. And this frame is totally wrong. See, that's a bit. That bit didn't go to the end. I haven't seen any queen cells so far. I have nectar on me. Yeah, some of the nectar.
Yeah.
That's why they kind of. They start to be unhappy a little bit. They've been open for too long. Now this is all pollen. Oh, this is all pollen here. And nectar. That tend to happen to the corner ones. This is plastic frame. I bought some plastic frames at the start.
Yeah.
They didn't really do the work for me. See, you got gaps. I don't want those gaps. So I changed them to the wooden ones instead.
And you get better results.
Yes. Yes, they do. Okay, let's check the last one. That one should just be feed. So as you can see, it's honey and pollen. Yeah. No, there's no queen cell in here, so I'm okay till next week to sort it out.
So it can happen as quick as a week.
Queen, if they today choose an egg,
Yeah.
to turn into a queen, that one will hatch within 13 days, 16 days. Between 13 and 16 days, in a sense, depending on how old the larvae is. If it's a fresh larvae, takes maybe 16 days. An older larvae is going to take a bit less. I think there's a hive there. with no queen. I gave them eggs last time, so I'm assuming they may have made emergency queens. So I'll have a look at those instead. Maybe you can see some queen cells in there. So you see them flying up now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not that happy with me at the moment.
So, how much is the queen cost when you buy it?
It depends what kind of trait you want to look for, where you're buying it from, and what time of the year you're buying it. And you could have a queen that costs you maybe £40. That's I think the average, £40 to £50. But you could have more expensive ones. You could have ones that are artificially inseminated. They can go up to £1,000.
Okay. So why are they more?
Because with those ones, you know for a fact who the father is and who the mom is. You know the lineage.
Okay.
You're selling that for that lineage. So whoever buys a £1,000 queen, that's a person, a serious person who wants to breed from those queens and sell queens.
And how much does a box of the bees cost?
We tend to normally buy those little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just temporary boxes. You're not supposed to keep bees for long. Between 200 and 300. You get 5 frames, and it's a starter package.
Yeah. So
In America, they actually give you a box of just bees, and you have frames and everything ready for them. It takes them time to build out the frame
yeah.
and start laying eggs or put nectar in it. These ones they already kind of head start, and within a couple of weeks or so you end up giving them more frames. And like these ones have 10 frames, there's some of them with 11 frames, and if they fill that up you can split them, or you could put another brood box on and you have now 2 layers and then have another 10 frames to work on. Yeah, so and then the hive itself, it depends where you buy it from. You could buy them from Alibaba, or you can buy them another material. Could be cedar box is expensive. It could be pine and it's cheaper.
So how much honey does a box produce?
And this is where they're supposed to put the honey. It's called the super. 10 frames gives you roughly, I don't know, between 10 and 15 kilo.
10 and 15 kilos. So
Yes.
in jars, how much would you say for?
It depends.
500
But depends. 500. This is for 500 gram. Gives you between, I don't know, 20 to 30 jars. Yes.
And how often is that?
Normally over here in the UK we have a spring honey
Is it just
and a
once
summer
in the
honey.
summer? Oh, okay, spring and a summer.
So, yes, but depending on the weather. Could be the spring that's been raining the whole time. They don't go out. They won't collect anything. Then you lose the spring honey.
Yeah.
Could be an issue with the summer. There's not enough rain happened before that. Honestly, in this country, people really tend to use the honey just to give for friends and family, maybe sell a little bit.
Yeah.
If you want to make money out of beekeeping, you have to go into the selling of the bees and making queens. As a beekeeper, like myself, I bought 5 2 years ago. I could have in the winter 30-40% die off, and then I want to restock again. I'll buy bees again. And queens, if I want a good trade queens, I'll buy it from a beekeeper who sells queens. I can have a go at it myself. It is a bit tricky. I tried it. It's not that easy. You have to graft the queens, and so it is a process you have to learn. But yeah, there's more money in selling the queens and the bees than the honey, because honey is not guaranteed depending on the weather. But always every year when the season starts, the queen will start to lay more eggs. Well, have more numbers, then you can split it in 2 or 3 hives, and then you can sell the excess hive that you don't want to use.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at this one, because I know for a fact this one doesn't have a queen anymore. This is from this year, April. You can see that even the frames are lighter in color than newer. So I'm hoping to see here, they're a bit restless as well. It tells me they have no queen. Normally if they have queen, everything is fine, they won't come up that fast. So I'm hoping to see some new queen cells here. Saying that, I see some larvae, so there's a queen in here. Fine, let's try to find her. You can see all the white bits in the middle.
Yeah.
So there's larvae in there. This nectar and some eggs. Okay, I don't see the queen in here, so I can put this to the side with no problems. This is propolis. You asked me about propolis. This sticky bit is propolis.
Okay.
See this bit.
But they don't produce much of it.
No, this one don't. Hey, have a look at that bee over there. He's dancing. He's doing the waggle dance.
Oh yeah, what does that mean?
Give information to the other bees that she found something somewhere.
Say again, sorry?
It's telling the other bees where resources are, where maybe water is or nectar is. By going circular form and dancing around, they will know which direction to go to the sun and how far to go.
Okay.
So you'll see more of them doing that, but yeah, that's the way they communicate with each other. It's called the waggle dance. There's nectar and brood in here. Look at the side of the box. It's full of bees, all of them here. You want to have a go at it yourself? He does, the corner one is always pollen most likely and nectar. But this, look at this. This one is all brood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they may be hatched out of here.
Yeah.
But that one there could be a queen cell. Yeah. See that?
Yeah. So does that mean that's a queen?
That could be a queen, yes. Could be a queen in the making.
So would you just leave that now?
I shouldn't, but think about it. I want to see the queen first.
The queen being any one of the boxes?
Yes.
Could be in anyone?
Could be anyone.
One queen between all these boxes, or could they have a queen per box?
No. There's one queen in here, there's one queen in there, there's one queen in there.
Okay.
The queen won't go around to different boxes. When the queen hatches and she goes for mating flight and then goes back into the hive to lay eggs, she normally won't go out unless she wants to go and she's swarming. She would live there forever. If your queen ends up outside, that's your mistake. Like me putting her out by accident.
Yeah.
This is full of nectar. Here's another plastic frame. I still do have 1 or 2 here and there, but tend to get rid of them now, most of them now. It is full of brood.
Yeah.
Even the top here, they made some extra space for themselves. You see that?
Yeah.
Normally I should get rid of that, but there's eggs in there, I don't want to touch that. But you can see here, these are queen cells in making. That's why normally you should get rid of it. All the ones there,
Yeah.
they're going to be queen soon. So I need to figure out, because I can leave it for another 2 days or 3 days. They won't swarm but will swarm in maybe in 4 or 5 days. They will swarm on me. This is a new frame, they're just building it out. But I don't see the queen, so I don't know. I'm going to leave that for a little bit, for 2 days or 3 days before anything happens. My guess is because I kind of know there was no queen in here by Thursday. I put other frames from other hives here, and these larvae are from that other hive. So these queen cells are the ones that they just made, emergency cells. You can see how they make a bridge.
Why is that?
They wanna, if I left it like this, they will build some comb in here. They always will try to, close the gaps.
Yeah.
So that's how they also, you move from one place to another place as a group. So they hold each other, and the other ones walk on top of it. Come on, go. Go towards your car.
Okay.
I need that one. We're done anyway. Bismillah.
So, do you like the taste of your honey?
Delicious. Alhamdulillah, yeah.
Is that like one of the best parts of it?
Definitely.
Yeah. So do you do it for the honey, or just more for the bees, or a bit of everything?
For me, just be out of the city.
Yeah.
To be in the nature. Just yourself and the bees. Some birds on the background.
Yeah.
You lose track of time. We're not far from the city as it is, but still you feel like in somewhere. Yeah, alhamdulillah. And you see the difference between the development of the hive from a smaller hive to a bigger hive.
Yeah.
And they're livestock, so that's kind of my responsibility. So I have to make sure, I look after them. And hopefully if you look after them, they look after you.
And what's the best part of beekeeping?
There's a good beekeeping community.
Yeah.
Over the whole world, to be, keep in contact with each other, exchange information, and learn from them, then learn from you. It's a whole community. I think one of the best things of beekeeping.
And is this something that you want to do long term?
Yes. It's a hobby, most likely at the moment.
Yeah.
If it moves into something else, I would love it, but it takes time.
And what advice would you give to anyone who might be interested in doing this?
Come and have a one-day experience with somebody who's a beekeeper. Tag along with them. They're happy to help you. Especially a lot of beekeepers are seniors, and we need some new blood coming in. If you have a small field or anywhere you can put your bees, start doing it, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 5, how difficult is it to start up as a new beekeeper?
The hardest bit is maybe startup cost involved, buying the bees, the hives,
Yeah.
tools, the suit. But other than that, it's easily accessible.
So apart from the cost, the process itself is quite easy to learn.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you do a course, know what you're doing, read books,
Yeah.
watch YouTube. Start of the season, let's say October, November time, get in contact with a beekeeper who sells nucleus, like small hives, starter hives. Make sure you put an order in advance, because they take deposits, and then hopefully you'll get your bees end of March, beginning of April, and then move from there, and then hopefully you'll have a good season. And then the point is for you then to make sure you do as much as you can to make them survive the winter. The first winter is the hardest. So if they survive the first winter, it should be okay. And I would advise everyone who's starting to start at least with 2 minimum, because you can play with 2. 1, if something happens to that one, then you have no option. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say before we go?
No, thank you for coming over, joining me today. I'm just a new beekeeper myself. I make a lot of mistakes, but I'm happy for you to come over and have a look at it. Thank you. No problem, inshallah.